People always get confused with the terms centroid, center of mass, and center of gravity. Although all these three terms are completely different and they are not basically same in any manner to each other. So let's see what is the difference between these three terms before moving further. So first of all, your centroid is the geometric center of any structure, which is this point in our case. Secondly, we will talk about the center of mass. So center of mass is a point where we assume all the mass of the structure to be concentrated. For example, if I'm saying that this is your center of mass of this plate or this book, that means that all the mass of the book is concentrated at this point. So if you try to balance this book at this at the center of mass, it will get balanced. Okay, it will get balanced because all the mass of this book is assumed to be at that point. You can also define the center of mass in another way, that if I apply a force on this book, okay, and if this book always move in the direction of the force without any rotation, this is very important, without any rotation, that means that the load is applied at the center of mass, or that point where the load is applied is center of mass. Now intuitively you will say that when I'm going to apply the load over here, the book will always move in the direction of the load without any rotation. So you will say that this point can also be treated as center of mass, but this is not the right answer, or this is not the right thing, because if you apply the load in this direction at this point, for sure the book will move in this direction. But in case I change the direction of the load, for example, this time I apply the load in this direction, you can see that the book is moving forward as well as it is rotating. So center of mass is a point where when the load is applied in any direction, it will always make the structure move in that direction without any rotation. So by this definition, this point will not be qualified as the center of mass. Only this point where I have balanced the book earlier, that point is your center of mass, because at that point, whenever you are going to apply any force in any direction, it will basically tend to the plate or the book will tend to move in that direction without any rotation. Without any rotation is important, because if you are going to apply any force at any point, it will allow the book to move forward, but the book will also rotate as in this case. But if I'm going to apply the force at the center of mass, the book will always move in the direction of the force irrespective of the direction of the force. Now the second thing, or the third thing is your center of gravity. Now this book is basically made up of n number of particles. Each particle is attracted by the force of gravitation in the downwards direction. Each particle is attracted by the force of gravitation. Now the resultant force, or the overall force, will act at some point and that point will be known as center of gravity. Okay, so you can assume that each of the particle is pulled down by the earth because of the gravitational force. Now what I'm saying is that the resultant of all these forces will act at some point, and that point will be known as center of gravity. In order to calculate the center of gravity experimentally, what you can do, you can hang this plate at some point. Okay, suppose I am hanging this plate at some point. Now your plate will always be aligned, this vertical direction which you can see, your plate will always be aligned along the center of gravity axis. Okay, so you will mark a line like this. Now try to hang the book at some point other than this point, suppose like this. Again you will mark a line like this. because all the mass will because all the weight of this book will be aligned in the direction of the center of gravity. Now wherever these two lines are intersecting, that point will give you the center of gravity. Now while explaining all these terms, you have seen that I have always pointed at the center of this book, be it a centroid, be it a center of gravity or center of mass. That is because for this particular condition, all these 3 points are same. All these 3 points are same because center of mass and the centroidal axis, the center of mass and the centroid will always be same for any structure, provided that the density of the structure is same throughout the structure. Okay, since the density of this book is same at all points, that's why its centroidal axis, its centroid or the geometric center is same as the center of mass. On the other hand, if the gravitational pull throughout this structure is same, then the center of mass will be same as the center of gravity. So since we are sitting on Earth and the gravitational pull in the vicinity of the book is same throughout its structure, that's why we can say that the center of mass and the center of gravity for this particular book is same. Okay, for this particular book is same. Now suppose I am having a structure like this, and over here I am having a gravitational pull of 9.81, which is meter per second square, which is the gravitational force of the Earth, and over here I am having somewhat less gravitational pull, suppose say for example say 7.89 meter per second square. So for this particular condition, since the gravitational pull at this side is higher as compared to the gravitational pull on this side, that's why the center of the gravity will shift towards this side, because the gravitational pull is high at this side. Whereas the center of mass, since the density of this structure is same throughout the structure, that's why the center of mass will lie at the centroid of this structure, which is the geometric center. So we can say that if the density of the structure is same and the gravitational pull throughout the structure is same, then in that case we can say that the centroid, the center of mass and the center of gravity, all these three are same. Thank you for watching this lecture patiently, and in case you want more such videos, or you have some particular topic on which you want the video, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you like the video, do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to get the notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you.